Hello, my name is Teresa. I'm a comic artist and illustrator, and lately I've been trying to improve my writing. In this video, I'm going to discuss whether studying great works of literature helps you write better. And I'm going to approach the topic from the point of view of both a fairly inexperienced writer and an English graduate. Also, in the footage, you can see me drawing a page of my webcomic, Graduation Nightmares, which you can read through a link in the description. Well, the first thing I'm going to do here is answer the question, and then I will describe a bit of what you learn and what skills you develop when you studied literature at university. So right then, did 4 years at uni studying the Bronte sisters, Mark Twain and all these cool cats help me write better? The answer is yes, but no. Which is exactly the same answer we used to get from our North American literature teacher when she didn't agree with our critiques. This teacher was in fact so critical that she made a student cry once, and some of the classmates asked her to be a little bit less harsh, so instead of just saying no, she started saying yes but no, which, I find hilarious. Anyway, I hope this little anecdote gives you a little insight into what studying literature is like, but in case it didn't, here's a little explanation. The idea is simple. You read a book, a poem, a short story, a theatre play, whatever they're asking you to read, and you learn everything you can about its context, its author, language, or any objective facts you can gather. Then you use all this information to make a personal reading of the piece, incorporating something original, maybe a personal insight that you can back with good arguments and facts. So basically, what you're trying to do is translate the personal impact you got from the piece, which you got at an intuitive level, and you're translating it into words and logical arguments so that other people can see the piece from your perspective. A lot of empathy, study, and planning goes into this process, and this systematic use of writing to communicate ideas clearly and effectively certainly improved my academic writing. Did it improve my prose and poetry writing? No. The emphasis in these university courses is not the art of writing itself, but more the art of reading. Academic literature, at least here in Spain, focuses on the generation of unique and complex readings. It is concerned with ideas, not with craft. So, after 4 years of uni, I was better at writing essays and at thinking about what I've read critically, but not at writing fiction. The fact of the matter is that writing is a craft, and as such, it not only requires understanding at an intellectual level, but the kind of intuitive understanding that comes from practice. I think a good analogy for this is cooking. Going to good restaurants and learning about the craft of great cooks does not make you a better chef on its own. Then again, it does help in a different way. So let's go back for a minute to the yes part of my answer. There is a second part to this yes but no answer, because there is something to be said for what reading better does to your writing process. I have to say that understanding what a good book does and how it works both helps and hinders my writing. On the one hand, if we were to go back to our cooking metaphor, I have developed good taste. I can tell if my dishes taste horrible, but I don't necessarily know how to fix that. I will have to play around with ingredients, proportions, techniques until it stops tasting bad. So, this is a good thing, right? I can judge my creations against my own taste to help me make personal decisions. I don't have to follow recipes, I know what good food tastes like, and leaving the culinary analogy to a side and in plainer terms, reading and analyzing writing will help you develop your own taste and prevent you from becoming a mere copycat of your favorite writers. In my opinion, it is only through understanding that we can effectively innovate and set personal goals for what we want to achieve with our writing. However, there is a dark side to studying the theory in detail before you get started on your practice. Since I have developed a good taste through extensive reading, I have become very aware of bad writing. So even as I write my first draft, I can't stop thinking about how bad a writer I am. And these can be very paralyzing, to the point where I often can't help writing and rewriting in pursuit of a high standard I can never achieve. In short, I have a very picky internal editor. When I first started writing, my internal editor was so powerful that I would take days to write one paragraph. I could never hit the right tone, style, rhythm, or well, anything. I just wrote really rubbish. And I had to learn to stop my editing brain destroying my writing flow. And also, I had to learn to accept my current limitations as a writer. In conclusion, in my opinion, reading and analyzing what you read is key to becoming a good self-editor, to identify your shortcomings and guide your experimentation when you want to fix them. But this analysis can't possibly make you a better writer if you don't sit down and start writing. So if I could go back and do one thing differently, I would just start writing while I was studying literature rather than a million years later like I did. But then again, I did make some of my best friends at university, and I'm glad I chose to hang out with them rather than go straight home and write. So I have no regrets at all. Then, should you study literature at university to become a better writer? Well, if you love reading and commenting on what you've read with others, you'll probably enjoy studying literature. If you can't afford it or have no time, try joining a well-organized book club. My mom goes to one, and the discussions they have and the books they read sound amazing. I'm really jealous. So, not necessarily. You don't necessarily have to go to university to study literature to be a better writer, but you definitely need to start studying great writing, both in comics, in prose, in theater, in whatever area you're trying to pursue as a writer. And that's all I have to say about this topic. If you'd be interested in watching a video essay on my favorite comic authors and comics, please consider subscribing. I'm going to start a series here on my YouTube channel to share some of my best reading experiences. And until then, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!